back. The Estel Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues. As you can see, we are at Sonora. We had the girls last week at Ayersville. Now they get a home game, and as we get towards the tail end of the season, it is going to be the last couple of regular season games. We know they're planning on a deep postseason run for a senior class that has just been absolutely fantastic for the Rams. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. We also want to thank our sponsor, Estel Chevrolet Cadillac, located on North Clinton Street in Defiance. Check out their great selection of new and used vehicles in person on their lot, or you can log on and check them out at drivebobestel.com. Eowyn Blanchard joining us right now. Get excited, will you? She's smiling because Coach gave you what? Maybe half a day's notice that you were going to be our player profile. Was that enough time to get prepared?
Not really.
She's being honest. Let me ask you this question I always ask our player profiles, but if we're going to make you a pitch woman for Estel Chevrolet Cadillac, they say, Eowyn, take your pick of any car on the lot. What would you be driving off the lot with?
Oh, goodness. Probably a Mustang.
A Mustang. All right, fantastic. A convertible? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
We'll have to see if we can't find a quality used one for them there. In all seriousness, though, let's talk about, well, let's rewind, because you played just 24 hours ago is the time we're doing this interview. You're going to be playing against Hicksville tonight. Woulda, coulda, shoulda against Collide. I mean, you dropped 20. As a matter of fact, you've dropped 20 plus in each of your last two ball games. Where's this team's mindset right now, as you know you've got just two regular season games left to go?
Just to finish strong, finish it out, and yeah, that's about it.
Now, as a senior, it's common for everything to get sentimental, right? This is the last time I do this. Last time I spend time with my teammates doing this. Has that hit you yet, or have you been able to kind of keep that compartmentalized where it needs to be and just focus on basketball?
Yeah, mainly just focus on basketball. I mean, it's been here and there. Certain things you're like, oh yeah, this is my last time doing this or whatever, but minus that, it's been pretty closed off.
She can focus is what she's saying. Let's rewind to last season. Now, by your own admission, you were kind of quiet. I don't want to say you kind of hid, because you were still an integral part of the team, but there were some senior leaders that also led, for lack of a better term. What were you working on in the off season over the summer? You said you played AAU ball.
Yep.
What were you working on to become a better player?
Just being more aggressive, working on my shooting and my dribbling and all the basics.
All the basics. So when you say you're shooting, because it's not uncommon for you to kind of be catch and shoot, you seem to like to camp out beyond the three-point arc.
Yeah.
Where's your shot? If you had to take a shot that you'd be the most comfortable with, and the game's on the line, Eowyn Blanchard wants the ball, where are you taking your shot from?
Probably like the wing, one of the wings.
Inside or outside the arc?
Probably a 3.
Probably a 3. She's saying probably. I guess it depends on if you needed it.
Yeah, it depends on if we need it. A layup's easier, but.
Well, you can drive. You're not afraid to put it on the floor, though.
Yep, for sure.
Do you handle contact better this year than you did last year?
Yeah.
Do you spend some time in the weight room? I was going to say, you look like you're filling out that shirt pretty good. How many days a week do you lift?
During the summer, I lifted twice a week, and then I went through a period of time where I was lifting basically every day, 4 times a day at least.
Part of the Giggle Sisters. You saw them in the post game last week. She just had to come up and try and distract you. She's staying focused. She's staying locked in. What did Coach tell you? I know he sat and talked with all the players this year. When he got to you, what did he tell you he wanted you to do? What was your role this year?
Just be a leader, step up and lead and do my thing.
Be more vocal?
Yeah.
Were you comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Did it get easier? Was there a time, or did it just slowly accumulate, so to speak, where you just stopped one day and looked back and said, wow, I am okay with being more vocal. I am okay with speaking to my teammates.
Yeah, definitely like encouragement from my parents to be confident, and from God to help me to be confident and be vocal with it.
So let's talk a little bit about goals, not just individually, but team-wise. You guys sit down and talk about what you expect from yourselves this year. What's still on the table for you?
A deep tournament run, hopefully, to go rather far, and then I think we definitely can do that.
Let's go ahead and talk a little about student athlete. You have to crack a book, got to stay eligible to stay in the uniform.
Yep.
What's the GPA for you?
3.9.
3.9, so she's almost a perfect 4.0.
Yep.
She smiles. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't ever apologize for being smart. What about plans for after graduation?
Probably something in nutrition in that area.
You see, so you want to get specialty training for that, or is there a particular school that you're looking at?
Not yet. I'm keeping it
Okay.
open to whatever
She's
it
keeping
may
her
be.
options open. That's a smart move
Yeah.
as well. That's why she's a 3.9. We're not going to graduate you just yet. She'll be styling, cap and gown, diploma in hand here in a few months. You don't play any spring sports, so basketball is it for
Yep,
you, correct?
basketball is it.
How did you get interested? How did you get started with basketball?
I've been playing for as long as I can remember. My dad's a really big basketball fan and player, so that's how it started.
So he got you interested?
Yep.
Does he push it? Was he your first coach then, maybe, it sounds like?
Yes, he was my first coach, and then he coached me up until I came to Sonora, basically. So.
Well, we're not going to graduate her just yet, but how big would it be to win not only in your final home game, but also make that deep tournament run that you've been talking about?
That'd be amazing, especially as a senior. It'd be nice to go for that far of a run on it.
Nothing left to do but tip this one off. Thanks
Yep.
for joining us. Good luck to you, not just tonight, but the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Eowyn Blanchard is our player profile. Don't you go anywhere. We're back with more of the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.